Muslim, so you're going to go through the machinery.
Yep.
And American Muslims tend not to dress like Muslims out of this country.
No, because they don't want to look like they're they don't want to stand out. Whether you're Amish or Muslim, you know what I mean. You don't want people to, you want to look like everybody else.
They have non-Muslim names like Barry Obama. He didn't become a Muslim name until he got into college and started joining the socialist stuff. Then he became a Muslim. Before that, he just had a Muslim father and atheist mother. But so atheist mother brought him up. Only Christians are basically being targeted at all these things.
Oh.
Isn't that an amazing thing? How'd you like to be
somebody has a chip on his shoulder?
Yeah, how'd you like to be the Jewish people coming into this country? They're probably the only ones from overseas that are getting targeted.
Oh.
Well, because he's anti-Christmas too. He doesn't believe it. He doesn't celebrate. I think he didn't celebrate Thanksgiving, Christmas, or birthdays.
Although we may be seeing a change in that with the retail sector.
Yeah. Well, but they know he doesn't believe in it because he's not a Christian. So, even as president, he hasn't changed. He does the lighting of the tree, but it's all tied together with, he's losing his luster with the left-wing press. Because if you put what he did, he used an executive order on a piece of literary work, and what are press people for the most part?
Literary people.
They write.
They write. They're writers or videographers.
But they may put it in front of a camera, but they still sit there and write it down.
Yeah.
Yet the president.
Except for us.
Yeah. Well, no, we don't. Everything is live and off the cuff. But if you can hit a book that is published and say executive order, we've executive ordered what is public domain material, then
they're going to control the presses.
They control the presses because it's the freedom of the press goes only as far as those that control the presses. The left is already in the back pocket of Obama, but the reporters don't really like him. It's editors. And the editors can basically, on presidential order, they said, seize the written material of the reporters and hand them over to Obama, which is what they're talking about. And I heard left-wing people. He said that he'd heard that they had demanded the notes that were used for the books to be turned over to the Justice Department.
The notes?
The notes, which out of nowhere.
Well, part of it is it's already with the White House. They cut down access.
Yeah.
Right? And actually, there is a White House app. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Right? Because the White House distributes information itself that it publishes.
Yeah, they have a huge information office that basically, they call it this White House the Office of Disinformation, because it is the most untransparent office in the history of this nation. Well, anytime anybody tells you they're going to be the most transparent, you can figure they won't. But if you can demand under executive order that a person turns over his notes, then why didn't the President of the United States under executive order demand that the WikiLeaks stuff be done?
Yeah, doesn't that make you wonder about that one?
Yeah, well, because he wants the stuff of that released.
Yeah, because most of that's to harm the military.
Yeah, but like I was listening to one guy last night, one of the Democrats reporting, he asked her, they were actually signing together, he said, did you know that there was a lot of oil in the Gulf of Mexico and the President didn't even bother to show up for a month? They said, well, no, I didn't know that.
What?
And he said, did you know...
What was this on?
Did you know, I'm going to tell you, did you realize that the fire burnt for 2 weeks before the President said anything about it? Oh, God, I didn't know about that. And they're going on and on. A lot of this stuff is just there's pictures, well, big pictures and a little writing so people, that's so that a lot of the Republicans in the South can actually read it. So it's the pictures, it's a picture book. But they're making it like nobody knew the information was in this book, and it's all revelations.
Ooh.
It's all, and then you go to...
It's all been out.
It's all been out. It's all public domain knowledge. And that's the scary part, that he wants to try to control what's in the public domain. They said that's why he wants control of the internet. People, okay, we can't show you the newspaper because they threaten us. I love that, they threaten us if we show these things now. we plug the daylights out of the newspapers and they said, if you know, we yank them. They yank our material for showing a newspaper, giving a public. We sit there and plug something that somebody's doing, and they yank our video. That is a. If they can do, and then imagine on the internet with the government saying, well, the same company that we used to give free plugs to that doesn't want their video is now in charge of YouTube. Ain't no more YouTube. They're now in charge of MySpace. Well, there's no more MySpace. They're now in charge of Facebook. Well, there's no more Facebook. They're now in charge of Twitter. There's no Twitter. They said, well, they can't be in charge. They intend to give them control of who can and who cannot use the internet, and what can and what cannot be put on the internet, because they figure that the internet is more dangerous to them than cable. And since the internet people tend to be ran by cable operations, they also get rid of the cable people once and for all.
Oh.
Nice little thing, isn't it? What do you think Comcast is buying NBC? And now their deal is under, the Democrats are trying to stop the sale of NBC to Comcast because they discovered, well, they intend to fire everybody at MSNBC. It's all about control. If you let Obama get away with executive ordering Bobby Jingle into silence, the next thing is the little reporter sitting in Tucumcari, New Mexico, writing notes down about something. You know, basically he's seen the alien ship land outside of Roswell, and he's writing his notes in Tucumcari, and the people on the aliens all look like Obama, and he's writing his notes about that. And they come by and they seize his notes. The executive order says you may not tell anybody in this world that the space aliens landing outside of Roswell all look like the president.
It's like turning the U.S. into another country.
Yeah, which is what he's been trying to do. But we're trying, you know, it's just, like I said, it's scary. They said, okay, take this, what is the most scary thing about the Obama, you know, trying to executive order Bobby Jingle into shutting up about the Gulf?
What?
The Republicans and Democrat press both agree it's wrong.
Oh, they do?
Yeah, it's all
actually, they may unite both of them.
They said that he had did, first of all, he had did something that they thought no one could do, was to reinvigorate the Republican Party, and now he's basically turned a left-wing press and a right-wing press together over the same thing, which is the restriction of press rights. When you tell somebody he can't express an opinion, or he can't write something now because if you don't want people to know what's been done, it's not a war, folks. It was a stupid, you know, this was a man-made disaster because somebody either accidentally or on purpose blew an oil rig up, and it got out of control because the president didn't pay any attention to it.
And they let him get away with it.
They let him get away with it. They didn't hammer on him, which they should have. Well, I mean, okay, you even had James Carville, who has basically vanished into the sunset. Where are you?
Oh, that's
You're killing
true,
us.
he is.
Yeah, but he's basically shut up because he's from Louisiana. You know, they got rid of the governor there. She's vanished, and you know, who knew what happened? Negrin is now gone, replaced by a, you know. They don't vote white mayors down there, so they got a white mayor that's basically in the back pocket of the president.
Oh, they do?
Yeah.
Oh.
They have, you know, so it's the way it works, you know. But when you unite the Republicans and Democrats and the news industry together, you have a problem, and they think it's laughable.
No, actually, those things are pretty serious. Actually, you feel like it's an adventure. I mean, they could write soap operas or movies about things like this.
I know. Well, it just all comes, you know, like he gets hit in the face. The Patriot Act is invoked against the President of the United States personally shall decide whether this act shall be instigated against individuals that he deems dangerous to the security of the country.
These are those things you'd see in movies and you say, that's just so ridiculous, that would never happen.
The President of the United States has declared the Bobby Jingle book and his notes and his speeches off, you know, off the air, off the shelves, because, you know, it's dangerous to our national interest. No, it's not. It's just an oil leak. So, but everything is dangerous to the national interest. The President of the United States now has deemed that he shall determine who shall and who shall not be killed on his order, which basically has been done for years, but they never publicized it.
Yeah.
Ooh, somebody has a phone in here.
Yeah.
That's definitely not mine, because mine has the Star Wars theme to it, so who could have that phone that's interrupting our things? It's probably somebody wanting to know where we're at, because we're supposed to be doing something, but we're not going to haul out our 3D equipment to go do it, because they weren't nice to us, so. Yeah, see, that's the power of the press. We got the only 3D equipment in town, and they weren't nice to us, so we don't come with our equipment. So.
We never, remember I didn't email that.
I know it. Yes, unless you told them we did.
No, it was going to, and you said don't email it.
Oh, who knows? I don't care anymore.
Oh, I don't know.
Until next time. You're going to hear more. Watch your press, because most of the press on the left and the right think this is a huge joke.
Well, I mean, it is ridiculous.
Oh God! I mean, you go, hey, go little kid with his little lollipop sucking it. Today, did you know there was an oil spill in the Gulf? Did you see it on TV or on the internet? Yeah. He said the President of the United States said that never happened. Oh. Daddy said there was a great big mess. The President said it never happened. I have to tell Daddy. My daddy doesn't know when my daddy said. Yeah, that's how that's going to be portrayed, folks. All the comedians are going to be...
They're going to have fun with this one. Yeah. It's going to be all over, just late night shows.
Yeah, remember
all the comedians.
That what you saw happening for months never happened. All the money that Obama has spent, and the money that Gulf put down, the Gulf, the BP stations that are changing their logos to another name, that never happened. None of that happened because Obama said that now didn't happen. Everybody knows it happened. Actually, here's a good one. Half the videos that we did on it are all off the internet already, so.
Oh, that's true, huh?
Yeah. All the stuff that we did, virtually everything we did on Oil Spill is gone.
Oh.
Isn't that amazing?
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, so I guess we'll have more. It's just, watch, the comics are going to go after this as the most stupid thing. I mean, there are things you can do, but controlling stuff that everybody, as we all know, that Christ never was born and he was never crucified because he never lived. That's you strike it from the books, and you say, the President of the United States by presidential order said there was never a person named Christ born. Therefore, there could have been no crucifixion, no resurrection, and no Christmas. So Christmas is just it's an illegal waste of government money. And we got a constitution that forbids church and state anyway, so these people are going to come back to work on those days. Do you think that
yeah, like they want to come back to work because they get all those holidays.
Yeah, and the Pilgrims are a religious organization. The Pilgrims did not come across the ocean. They did not nearly all die out. They did not have Indian support. They did not have Thanksgiving. So therefore this holiday must be stricken because it's a false holiday because it never happened. Of course, every school kid knows about it, but the President of the United States could basically the same way. He could say, by executive order, I rule that the Pilgrims never existed. If the Pilgrims never existed, there could be no Thanksgiving, and therefore you people should be at work. That's all it takes. Don't laugh, because that's all it takes. If he thinks he can hide the fact that there was an oil spill with an executive order...
Guess what else can be hidden?
Yeah, until next time, this is Old Cal.
And this is not a spring chicken. We're here yesterday, today, and tomorrow. And for more information,
you can go to www.montebubbles.net on the net.
And wherever you're watching us, subscribe to us, follow us on Twitter, and thank you once again for over 40 million links on the internet.